Hello children, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to our channel Smart Study. Today's class I am going to start the new lesson, that is our ninth lesson, adaptations in animals. Okay, about this lesson we will discuss clearly in this class. See here, what is there before starting the lesson? Some warm up, one activity is given. We shall see this. What is there here, Nana? Complete the crossword given below with the help of the clues. Okay, here they have given some words across and down. According to that hints, we need to fill in these boxes all the answers. See, first I am reading it out. Across means first one is what? See here, numbers are given 1 2 3 4 5. So across side what they have given, we keep it in our house as our pet. See here what they have given clues. DG, which animal do we keep as pet in our home? Dog, right? DG in the middle, if you write O, it is filled. So DOG, dog is our answer. Clear? And coming to the second one, see, fourth one across they have given, this animal is quite big in size and has a trunk. Its size will be very large itself and it will have a trunk. So which is that animal, Nana? Elephant, right? So fourth answer is what here? Elephant. What is the spelling of elephant? See right here, ELEPHANT. Clear? So this answer is what, Nana? Elephant. Okay, downside. Next they are asking downside. Second one is what? This animal has a long neck. Which animal will have long neck? You all know that is a giraffe. So right here giraffe, GIRAFFE. Clear? So this answer is the giraffe, downside. And third one is what? This animal lives in the water. Many animals will live in the water. According to the option, which one they have given, we shall see. 3 number row. So first one they have given the letter as D. So DOLPHIN. Dolphin is the answer. Clear? So which animal lives in the water, Nana? Dolphin. Okay. Next one, it lives in the forest. Fifth one, they are saying that animal lives in the forest. What is the hint they have given? Fifth one, T. Then it is a tiger, right? Tiger lives in the forest. TIGER. So these are the answers, Nana. You can write in your books. Now see, we shall start the lesson. I will read the para and later I'll explain to you. See here. Our world is home to a variety of animals. Yes or no? Our world is home to the different animals. So different animals will live at different places in this world, right? Animals are found almost everywhere in forests, in deserts, in snow-clad mountains, and even in the water. Yes or no? We see the different types of animals. Like some animals we see in the forest, some animals like camels we see in the deserts, some will be seeing in the mountains, where it is snow, and even in the water. And some animals will live in the water also. In fact, some animals can be seen in our houses also. Yes or no? Even at our home also we will keep some animals. Yes or no? Yes. We know that a dog can stay with us at our house. Yes or no? Can a dog live with us in our house? Yes. Many will be using the dogs as a pets in their homes. Yes. Next, do you think you can keep a tiger in the backyard of your house? In the similar way like how we keep the dogs in our house, can we keep the tigers in our homes? No, we cannot keep. No. Can a fish live on trees? Yes. Similarly, they are asking, can fishes live on the trees? No, they cannot live. They can live only in the water. Right? Yes. And next page. See here. I'm zooming it, Nana. Okay. See here what is it? Different types of animals need different conditions to live. Yes or no? Just now as I told, fishes can live only in the water. They can't live on the trees. So various types of animals will be having the different conditions to live. Means some animals can live in water only. Some animals can live in land only, like that. Okay. The area where a particular animal is found naturally is called its habitat. Means what they are saying, if any animals are there, the place where they belongs to, means where they were born and to in which area they live, that is called as the habitat. Generally where they burn. Okay, we say dog lives in the kennel. Yes or no? Cow lives in the shed. So the habitat of the dog is the kennel. The habitat of the cow is the shed, like that. So nothing but the home of the animal is called as the habitat. The animals where they live in the different places is called as the what, Nana? Habitat. Clear? The habitat of a tiger is a forest, while the habitat of a fish is a water. Just now I told. So where do these tigers live? They live in the forest. Yes or no? So what is the habitat of a tiger, Nana? forest. And the habitat of the fish is what? Water. So where do the fishes live? Water. So what is the habitat of fish? Means water. So here nothing but what do we understood here? Wherever the animals they naturally they live in the places, their homes are called as a habitats. Clear? Animals living in a particular habitat develop specific features to survive in their surroundings, and this is called as a adaptation. So animals will be living in different habitats, means different homes, you know that. So according to that, in which home they live, all the different conditions to survive, means to live also they require, no, means the food, the water, the weather conditions, everything they require. So all these places they will be seeing and they will be settling down at that place. So all these conditions they require, which they need, is called as nothing but the adaptation. Okay, what is the difference between habitat and adaptation? Means Nana, the home of that animal is called as the habitat, means where it lives, and all the required conditions for its living, like food, water, and different weather conditions like cold, hot, everything it will be there. So at what place it should live, it will be deciding, no, that is all the different conditions it need to live is called as a adaptation. Clear? They develop the features to move, to feed, to breathe, to respond to stimuli, or to protect themselves from the enemies and also the climatic conditions like heat or cold of the place they live in. Just now I told, no, so all the sense organs, like they should breathe, they should respond, like if enemies are coming, means they should be protected from them. So they will be seeing all these conditions, and along with this climatic conditions also, like it is heat or cold. So they need all these conditions, they should live at one place, means so they will be seeing all these conditions, and these type of conditions are called as a adaptation. And according to this one, they will be living where they need to live, where it is comfortable for those animals. Clear? Now I think you have understood about what is meant by habitat and adaptation. Clear? Nothing but the home of the animal where it lives is called habitat, and all the conditions that it requires to live is called as a adaptation. Clear? And now we are going to see about the different types of habitats, means different types of the homes of the different animals. Clear, Nana? See here. According to their habitat, animals can be categorized into different groups like terrestrial, aquatic, amphibian, arboreal, and aerial animals. Okay, so different types of habitats will be there. So different animals will be living at the different homes. So they are divided into different groups itself. First one is terrestrial, means that animals which live on the land. Next is aquatic, water animals, amphibians, arboreal, aerial. So one after one we shall detailedly clear. Okay, I will explain here detailedly, one after one topic. See here, we shall discuss now. First one is what, Nana? According to the different types of habitats, the first type of animals is what? Terrestrial animals. First I will read the para and then explain to you. The word terrestrial comes from the Latin word terra, meaning the land. Okay, terrestrial means what? This word comes from the word known as terra. Terra is a Latin word. So in the Latin language, terra means what, Nana? Land. So terrestrial animals means nothing but the animals which live on the land are called as the terrestrial animals. So clear? See here. So terrestrial animals are those that live on the land. Just now I told. So what is meant by terrestrial animals means this terrestrial, terra word is a Latin word, and in the Latin language terra means land. So all the animals which lives on the land are called as the terrestrial animals. Clear? These animals have features that enable them to live a life on the land. So all these animals will be comfortable to live on the land. That means whatever they require, all the conditions to live on the land they will be having. For example, they have legs that help them run fast to catch their prey or to escape from their enemies. See here, if you see in the picture, cheetah is running very fastly, and in front what is running? Deer is running. So this biggest animal, cheetah, is called as a predator, and its food, that is called as a prey. Now deer is the food of the cheetah. So deer is called as the prey, and this one cheetah is called as a predator. So these two are able to run very fastly where? On the land. So it is having all the conditions, these two animals, comfortably to live on the land. That is why these animals are called as the terrestrial animals, so that they can escape from the enemies also on the land, means so that they can run very fastly to protect from the enemies. Clear? Some terrestrial animals like snakes have scales which help them to crawl on the ground. If you see here snake, see how it is having scales, some like marks are there on its body. So with this help of scales it can be crawls on the ground very fastly. Crawls ante enna paakadam. Okay, so with the help of these scales which are there marks on the body, it can be crawl very fastly on the ground. Clear? And coming to the next, see here what is there. Terrestrial animals living in the cold regions have fur on their body to protect themselves from the cold. Okay, some in cold regions like Antarctica, some animals will be there like polar bears. They will be having fur on their body. Fur means whole their skin will be fluffy. Okay, so what does it do? With the help of that fur they can protect their body from the cold. So it is more cold also, like sweaters, it will be protecting them, their skin. Okay, next, animals living in deserts have thick skin which protects them from the scorching heat of the sun. Suppose if you see the camels, you might have seen camels. So its skin will be very thick because when the direct sun comes and falls them when they are walking in the deserts, they can bear that hot because of the thick skin. So they are having different, their bodies are what? Structured according to their conditions, how they want. Clear? It also prevents loss of water from the body. So they can be prevented from the water also which enters into their body. So these all are the future terrestrial animals will have. Terrestrial animals means what? The animals which live on the land. So these all are the examples for the terrestrial animals, like which will stay on the land. Cheetah, deer, snakes, polar bears. So they are having their body structure according to the different conditions as they require. Suppose that just now I told polar bear is there, it will be very cool. So it will be having fur on its skin. Yes or no? To protect from the cold. Animals are there. Camels are there. It will be having thick skin. So okay, in the deserts they can walk. When the sunlight is falling on them directly, it will be comfortable for them. That means they doesn't get that much hot even the sun is more also. Clear? See here pictures are there about what I have told. See here, Nana. Is it clear? Yes, polar bear has thick skin and fur to protect it from cold. Just now I told. See how its skin is there. This is called as a fur. So even if cold is more also, it can bear because of the skin. And large soles on a camel's feet prevent it from sinking into the sand. So this camel's foot, it will be their feet is there, no? So it will be without sinking into the sand, without going its legs into the mud, these feet will be protecting them. Okay. Next, see here. Actually this page is not clear, I think so. But I will read, try to understand now. Okay. See here. Most terrestrial animals have lungs to breathe air. So terrestrial animals means which lives on the land. So all this type of animals mostly will be having lungs for breathing the air. Like how we human beings have lungs, most of the terrestrial animals also will be having the lungs for breathing. Clear? They have well developed senses that help them to look for food or to escape from their enemies. So they are having all the well developed sense organs so that they can smell, they can taste, and for escaping from their enemies also easily, it will be easy with the help of their sense organs. Some terrestrial animals such as bear, frog and snake cannot bear the cold weather. Okay, means what? Land animals which like what? Bear, frog, snake, they cannot bear the cold weather itself. If it is more cold, they cannot bear that weather condition. So to survive from harsh weather, they eat a lot of food in summers and then escape into caves or holes under the ground to sleep during the entire winter months. This is called as a hibernation. Nana. This hibernation is very important. So what is meant by hibernation means, Nana, nothing but here, see some animals like bear, frog, snake, when it is very cold, they cannot live in that much cold itself. So what do they will do to escape from this cold means, in the summer time only they will be eating lot of food. Whatever food they want, they will be eating lots of food in the summer, and immediately they will be escaping into the caves. Caves means under the ground, big holes will be there. No, they will be going and they will be hiding there so that it will be so much warm there. In the winter conditions, they will be there in the caves without coming outside. So this process is called as the hibernation. Nana. Which type of animals will be going under this process means bear, frog, snake. So what will happen to bear, frog, snake when it is very cold, like in winter seasons, they cannot live in the cold. So what they will be doing for living, in summer only they will be eating a lot of food, whatever they want, they will be collecting the food, and in the whole winter season they will be sleeping. In the way they will be sleeping in the caves, means under the ground holes will be there, no, they will be going into that and they will be hiding there. Yes or no? and after winter season is completed, again in summer season they will be coming out, because it will be not cool in summer, no. So this whole process from protecting the winter and going and hiding in the caves and eating a lot of food in the summer is called as the hibernation. Clear? What are the examples? Means bear, frog and snake. See here something is there. Do you know? Dinosaurs were very big sized prehistoric animals that lived on the earth. These animals died when they could not adapt to the changing conditions on the earth. Okay, so here what they are saying, Nana, before we all know that dinosaurs used to be there, but as the different conditions are changing on the earth, they cannot survive. Means according to these different weather conditions, they are not able to live due to this weather conditions. So now one dinosaur is also not there. No more dinosaurs are there. So here what they have written, we are not around anymore. So what is this dinosaur saying? We are not around anymore. Now they are not there because of the weather changing conditions. They are not able to survive. So all the dinosaurs are died. Okay. In the next part today we have discussed about the terrestrial animals, right? And in the next class I will say about what is the arboreal animals and other different types of animals. And if you like our videos, please like, share and subscribe our channel Smart Study.